Just driving out to Hope Lake. I'm gonna fly the drone out here and just getting a good look at these beautiful clouds today. So I will see you on the trail. So it looks like the trail starts right up here. Good place to start with the flag hanging in the background. So I'll turn you around and we'll get started. Looks like the trail is all paved, so it should be a nice little hike. Nice soft on the feet. Take a quick look at the lake. Out in the distance is the slopes. Got restrooms here. Got a huge pavilion. Talk about that in a minute. But for now, we'll head on down the trail. Looks like there's a trail that heads up that way. But we're going to stay on the main trail. Might be a snowmobile trail. Looks like a cool section coming on down here. About that pavilion. My oldest son just graduated college, but my youngest son is graduating high school. So we were looking for a place for a graduation party. They want $450 to rent out that pavilion, but we're not going to do that. But we're still looking for a place. This is just a beautiful location. I've never been down here. Take a look at these falls. Just gorgeous. And although this lake is man-made, this is a natural stream or creek that feeds into it. And I am definitely going to get a picture here. Just beautiful. Going off trail here a little bit to look at these falls. hope the microphone's picking up the water, sound of the water. And the beautiful bridge. So I was going to hike out and look for a place to fly the drone, and right here by the bridge is just a perfect stone to launch from. So I think I'm just going to fly it right here. I'll go right out over the lake. Maybe we'll get a look at the water park and the slopes. The wind's not too bad, so hopefully it'll be a good flight. I just got the regular Mini here, so I'll get out the regular Mini and fly the drone. So taking off right from that rock here with the original Mini. Just going over a little bit so I avoid those branches. Then I get a little bit of elevation as we rise up over the lake. You can see the beautiful slopes all the way down in the up top of the screen. Now here I point the gimbal down so you can get a little look at the bottom of the lake. Rise up a little bit more altitude. Now here I start to yaw around, and as I'm yawing it gets a little bit choppy, but what you guys are watching is the FPV, the first person view, which is all I use on my videos. If I took it directly from the SIM card, you wouldn't get that choppiness, but I don't have a good computer to do that on. I do all my editing right on my phone, so you can see there it's a little choppy. The wind probably has something to do with that as well, in the connection with the remote. But as we continue to yaw around, see the beautiful trees and the mountain. Now we're pointing back over towards the lake. Here I decide to come back down so I can get a closer look at the water as I fly out over the lake. Here we go, taking off out over the water. Probably only about 20 feet or so off the water at this point. There's a fisherman over to the left, so I wanted to stay on this side of the lake. Now here I point the gimbal down so I can see the ripples on the water. Now this thing coming up here I thought was like a dock, but it wasn't. It ended up being something much more cooler. So that'll be coming up in the video. Also coming up in the video is a Joe Lawrence song. I thought it was an appropriate song for this video, and you'll see why later in the video as well. It's called "What's That Boy Doing Over There?" Now I'm flying out towards the water park. Those tubes that are coming out are actually a couple of rides that go start from the inside, go outside, and then come back in. And then a little further up is the actual hotel itself. They're all connected. So, please enjoy the music.
What's that boy doing over there? He's got a long, cold, hard stare. Looks like he's been crying, crying, crying all night long. There's something something wrong. What's that boy doing over there? What's he doing over there? Those planes are flying awful low. They spit out fire, screaming dragons, mortal blow. The boy, he's up now, dancing in your painful breeze. He's got his hat on, look how he's waving. Can't you see what that boy is doing over there? What's that boy doing over there? I know that there is a reason that you despise. You tell me if there's anything wrong, you'll make it right. And can we part? Can we part from this precious blood? Your sacred heart is to be. I know not of war, for I was far from born when its icy hand gripped each heart and tore our countrymen from their land. I saw not what ravages were left, what cities were destroyed, what homes were buried under the sea of bombs. I heard not the screams of human life which pleaded to exist, the screams of innocent children who could not fathom what it was all for. I felt not the pain, the despair, the loneliness, the fear of life, of death, and I do not understand. But I see those who are left of the war, those who knew the war, who saw the war, those who heard the screams and felt the pain. And I watch them as they stand alone on corners and give their priceless poppies. And I look into their eyes and on their faces, and I understand, for they seem to say, speak not of battles lost or won, but remember those who fought them for you. Speak not of death, but remember the dead. Speak not of war, but of glory, our glory, and the glory of our purpose. Speak not of war. What's that boy doing over there? I know that there is a reason that you despise. You tell me if there's anything wrong, you'll make it right. Can we part? Can we part from this precious blood? Your sacred heart is to be.
Well, that was a pretty good flight, I think. A little choppy in parts, but just leaving the this unbelievable area with the bridge and everything. And we're heading out into the woods. I never realized it. Got into hiking like maybe 3-4 years ago, and I just never realized what a great spot I live in for hiking. so many trails around within an hour's drive. So this one isn't a long one, but looks like it just goes around the lake. But my plan is to do longer hikes around here, and then when I do videos that I got to travel to, there'll be more of like a destination or a short hike type of thing. But I got somebody running, so I'm going to turn the camera off and I'll get back with you. Beautiful trail to run on, obviously. It's all paved. I shut it off while he ran by. Here's a different view of the lake. Looks like people have carved their... I don't know if I'd want to... I don't know if that's an animal trail or a person trail, but I'm not going to attempt that. There was no rain in the forecast. They got the wind right. There was no wind. Actually, there was a little bit of wind when I got near the lake here, but so actually they got both. There was a little wind and we're getting a little bit of a sprinkle here, but weather's kind of unpredictable in New York this time of year, so got the drone down just in time, so that was good. But I think I'll head on over to that pier and turn the camera back on when I get over, unless I see something else. Before I get to the pier there, that's where I'm gonna fly the Mini 2 way up the top of the slopes. It'll be a longer trail, longer hike, and we'll get up to the top of the slopes and we'll fly. It's wide open up there, but that is where I flew. That's where I made my very first video, so with the old Phantom 3. So I want that to be my first video with the new Mini 2. Now when I get the Mini 2, the reason I got it is I don't have to worry about the wind anymore. It was specially made for higher winds. Not real high winds, but average winds. Whereas the Mini struggles a little bit in the wind, so the regular Mini. Now these mountains are beautiful. It's got a zoom on it as well, and it'll be in 4K. The video is 4K, so I've flown it and just around the house, and the video is just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm showing you guys as well. Now this is a dike, so it releases water from the lake when the water level gets too high. Here's the outlet part. You guys already saw the inlet with the waterfall. So I didn't realize that you can't go out on this. It's locked up. I thought it was something you could walk out on, but this is really cool. Let's see if I can zoom in enough to show you. The water actually falls into that hole. That is really cool. And that must be for like a maintenance thing, they walk out onto it. But it constantly feeds water into that outlet. That's pretty neat. Just a beautiful stone here. And I'll read you the plaque, because it is a military plaque. I always like to honor them when I can. See if I can zoom in real carefully here. So if you want to pause it and read it, you can. But he was a World War II pilot. It's Leighton A. Hope. Obviously the lake named after him. And I'll just read the bottom. It says, Lake Spring brings family and friends and fun. So if you want to pause and read the top, he was a World War II pilot. So that's pretty cool. Just on the uphill section here. Tower off in the distance. Get a good look at the beach from this angle. Like a separate little part here for the swimming area. And the rest of the lake out there. And Betty is way up there. So we got to get up there. Now, certain parts of this are open to the public. And I think the Greek Peak Ski Lodge has control of when you can hike up here certain times. As far as swimming, I'm not sure if you have to rent the pavilion to swim here or you have to get a room at the water park. I'm not sure how that works, but they will close that parking lot where the Jeep is parked at certain times of the day, so you can't hike up here. Another little inlet here with a nice little waterfall. Another bridge. So they've done a really nice job making this lake and this hiking trail. It's just beautiful. I think I'm going to get a picture of that right there, then I'll get back with you. So I got just a little bit of a hike left. It's a little bit of an uphill to the parking lot and then parking lot to the Jeep. So I'm going to end this one here, just overlooking the lake here. Hope you enjoyed the flight, and we'll see you on the next one as always. Bye.